Basketball may reign supreme in this state, but on this day, the Cards and the Cats on the gridiron for the vaunted Governor's Cup, and the attention of every blade of bluegrass will be right here. Welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Louisville Cardinals. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Did you know Louisville has one of the most unique stories about their stadium in all of college football? The L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium was built on a former railroad repair yard that opened in 1998. The land on which it was built was previously serving as a site for the Louisville and Nashville South Louisville Rail Yard. During construction of the stadium, the blaring train horn was used at the rail yard to indicate shift changes and was reclaimed. It is now blown pregame and each time the Cardinals score. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So the Louisville Cardinals kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year, that teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Complete. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the delay, it's Baxter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Trying to squeak through the pile. They went right back to him, and they got the exact same thing. Nothing doing against this defense. It'll be 4th down. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. And the Wildcats are marching down the field. Wants to throw one first. Throws for the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. These two first met in 1912 and both have a rich history of stars. John Unitas, Lamar Jackson from Louisville, Bear Bryant, Tim Couch at Kentucky through the years. The rivalry is a great one, fellas.
That's a great list of people to think about in this rivalry. Obviously, it runs deep, and the uniforms are solid, right? Like bright red.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
He's going to run it inside the 45. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Look out! Had to get rid of it quickly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Wildcats. They grab the early lead.
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on fourth down? They got it, kept the drive alive. They end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Makes the grab and room to run. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Cardinals come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. The run inside. It's Brown.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Sells to run, looking to pass. Looking to the big tight end. That's caught. It's Rodriguez. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Handoff for Baxter. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Kentucky now operating in the red zone. Running the red zone. It's Baxter. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line with a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows.
Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Furley. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. He's changing the play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Looking for a deep man. Pulls it in on the right. Touchdown, Louisville! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Baxter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And the Wildcats headed quickly to the line. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Out wide right, it's Miller. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Left side is Skinner. First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Might have a chance. And he's got plenty for the first down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. On first down, it's Baxter again. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. He now has 63 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Looking to throw. Rush is on. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky. Lining up to add another. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of this drive. Throws to the tight end. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Quick give. It's Baxter. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. Drops back on first down. Under pressure. Turning it on. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The fake wants to throw. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Boy, They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. There he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Illinois taking on the Syracuse Orange. And it's the Illini with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing...
Snags it, and he's open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Handoff, Isaac Brown. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Wants to go up top on second down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Touchdown, Cardinals. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
He's looking to throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Right side, it's Baxter. At the 45 on his way. Wide open spaces. The 10. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the beatdown has ensued. C-A-T-S, Cats, 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 as Kentucky builds this lead.
It feels like it's been a fast break on the basketball court here for a while now. Kentucky showing the speed all over the field, pulling away from Louisville.
Yeah, taking care of business, taking care of emotions. The battle, obviously, of Kentucky. They're doing everything they need to do.
He'll bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based...
Hits the accelerator to the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Turns up, it's Barnes. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Cardinals. The defense putting points on the board. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. First carry of the season. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
Out wide left, it's Miller. Open spaces. Past the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wildcats. Now they have extended. Sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Booster. Go, ready, go.
Fresh set of downs going up top. He slings it deep to the left. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Louisville! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Straight ahead, it's Patterson. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to throw one first. Out wide right, it's Skinner.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the day.
Looking for room, it's Patterson. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Hits inside, it's Patterson.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have been impressive. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They kick it away on 4th down. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. Quarterback changing the play. Makes the catch, it's Brown. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down. And the Cardinals in the hurry-up.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone's trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
Second down to the air. He'll take a shot. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Right side, it's Foley. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. They want to get this defense on its heels.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
From the gun, it's Barnes. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Second down, gonna throw it. Blasted as he lets it go.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They're testing the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
They booted away on fourth down. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Holds on, it's Brown. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Cardinals moving quickly to the line.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Wants to throw on third down. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And the Cardinals will have it first and 10.
Ready. Let's go.
They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now second and 3. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious.
All by himself down the middle. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. Inside the... He is in! Touchdown, Wildcats!
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Davis. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
There he goes. At the 30. The 10. He now has 108 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to...
Touchdown, Cardinals. Middle of the end zone. He's got it. On to attempt the try. And it's perfect. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Breaks into the open. He's past the marker. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him often. And a lot of times we see, man, late in the games, just like right here, he makes those big plays, wears down the defenses, and he is a handful late.
The Wildcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. On first down, it's Baxter again. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Kentucky had the horses today, and they ran well down the backstretch and made it all the way to the wire to outlast Louisville and take home the Governor's Cup. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
shit. What's up, y'all? No, I did not fold. Bruh, I'm a passer. I can't help it. It's ingrained in me. Like, my first thought is look and see, like, oh, that nigga's playing on the safety. I'm going to throw the ball. I'm not that great of a runner. I don't read the gaps very well. No. He ain't even my main guy. Is that my main guy? I'm back to that. Yeah, 26. My third running back. Yeah. This Mizell nigga, man. Who fumbled? He fumbled, I think. Wait, we in the preseason? Oh, I gotta go check. And you don't get that money back. So, no. Yeah, when I was cutting the people out looking at my money, like, oh, it's not going up. Okay, cool. Who are we going to red shirt? I'm red shirt in Malik Washington. And yeah. Damn. Who? Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Nah, not over him. Not over him. No, sir. That's a D tackle. I'm blind. That's a D tackle. Shit. Yeah, he ain't strong enough. Nah, red shirt him. You got bodies. Wait, is Justin Scott on that team? He's not like the other one, yeah.